The 98th edition of the Comrades Marathon will also be happening this weekend as the punishing downrun over 89 kilometres from Pietermaritzburg to Durban takes place on Sunday. Now, more than 22,000 runners will hit the road from Pietermaritzburg to Durban, starting at City Hall and then ending at People's Park. And so to talk to us about this, we have roped in 1991 Comrades champion Nick Bester. Good morning, Nick. It's good to chat to you. I mean, you are so used to doing this. Does it still remain special in your heart as a race, going down with your team? Give us a sense of what you're experiencing for this year's 2025 Comrades Marathon.
And it is also a lot of South Africans. It is one of the major sporting events happening in South Africa. And I'm still part of it, although I'm not running. I'm very, very, very part of it because I'm managing one of the best and the greatest and the Green Dream team in South Africa, the Nedbank Running Club, whereas we've got clubs all over Africa and we've also got a couple of international athletes joining us. And this is a beautiful atmosphere at the moment here at the beachfront in Umhlanga, where the guys is doing their last shakeout run.
Listen, we know that Durban can be warm. I mean, we're freezing up here in Joburg, and we did, see some of the reports coming through that the weather is something that athletes perhaps need to take into consideration. Give us your view of the competitive landscape and just what you make of this downrun this year.
Yeah, I heard a lot of speculations about the weather this weekend, and luckily it doesn't look like the cold front is coming to come through to Maritzburg before the race, maybe after the race. But we've got a very competitive field for the race on Sunday. Especially our team is very strong. We've got the defending champion, Piet Wiersma. We've got the defending downrun champion, Tete Diana. We've got a previous winner, Edward Mutibi. Then we've got a host of international athletes going to try their luck in the Nedbank Green Dream colours, but also the other teams are very strong. We saw at the press conference yesterday that Max Elite especially got a very strong men's team competing in the race, and then a huge contingent of Russian women that's coming to give Gerda Stein a go and run for her money. So I think it will be very competitive, both in the men's and the ladies' race.
Well, actually, that's the perfect segue, because I was going to ask you about Kada. I mean, she's constantly rewriting things, rewriting history, constantly making history as well. She holds both the up and the down run records. And I was going to ask you, who can challenge Kada this year?
Yeah, first of all, I think we must mention Alexandra Mazarova. Alexandra also did the race before, came second, but what make it different this year, Alexandra ran the fastest marathon in her career, 2 hour 30 marathon. That's very, very fast.
Yeah.
And we all know that the Russians are very tough. They're tough competitors. I just think back in my days when Dmitry Grishin, Alexei Volgan, Konstantin Stantalov, and those guys, as well as Kotov, were fierce competitors. So, and I believe that Max Elite got a host of other Russian ladies competing. So that is something to look at. And then also the Polish athlete, Dominika Stelmach. She especially came to South Africa, and we hosted her at our training camp in Dalstroom, where she joined the Happy Bunch, Tete Diana and Edward Mutiwe in their training. And she stayed in Pretoria with Piet Wiersma in her house the last 2 weeks before the Comrades Marathon. And we're also expecting a challenge from her.
Now, talk to us, Nick, about, for the average runner. There's obviously the largest ever downrun field that's going to be staged at the Comrades this year, and also the change in the cutoff times.
Yeah, luckily they made the race start a little bit later, because the big problem and the safety of the runners is the first part of the race when it's still dark. When they start so early, there's an hour that they run in dark. And poly shorts, going up poly shorts is still fun, but going poly shorts on the other side, very early in the race at 7 kilometers, there is huge, when you step off the road, there's a big trench that you can put your foot in and maybe injure yourself and fall and get injured. So the safety is the biggest concern. That's why they're starting in waves. So they get the bulk of the runners going over polo shorts, and then later when it's a little bit lighter, the rest of the athletes that's just competing to finish the race is going to start. And they ask the athletes to send in a request if they feel they're competitive. They can start in the first wave, and not only for elite runners, also for the age groupers. If you think you're a good 40-year, 50-year, 60-year-old athlete, you could have applied to start in the first wave.
What advice would you give to athletes? You know, maybe the first Comrades is this down run. Any advice in terms of preparation, nutrition strategies, and pacing strategies as well, before I let you go?
It's an old thing. Don't try anything new. Don't wear something new clothing. Don't eat something new. Keep to what you know, and then you must believe in yourself. The main thing is that that's you're going to carry you over the line. Is not your legs. It's not your body. It's not your arms. It's your head. If you're strong at the head, you believe in yourself. That is 90% of the success to finish this grueling race. And eat and drink enough. There's enough time. There's a host of water stations next to the road, stacked with all goodies and sweet stuff. And like I said, you did the training, so just believe you're able to do that, and then you'll succeed.
Awesome stuff, Nick. Thanks so much for that, and good luck to you and your neckband team as well. Hopefully, we'll catch you at the end of the race, and we'll see how everyone's done. That's a former Comrades winner, Nick Bester, just giving us some insight into this down run that's taking place this weekend, 89.98 kilometers, and it is from Pietermaritzburg City Hall, and then finishing off in Durban.